I'm about to put some women on game and tell you something that you may have never heard. A woman's value lies in the intangible things, where a man's value lies in the tangible things. What do I mean by this? Men are providers, protectors, and professors, meaning everything that they do is more physical. The money, the protecting, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of that stuff.
Now, I know that probably went over a lot of you guys' heads out there when it comes to men and women. You see, you're asking a woman what she brings to the table, what's her value, and a lot of times she don't have an answer for you. They'll say things like, I am the table, or I bring my love, or, I'm faithful, I'm committed, but that should automatically come with a relationship just in general. But when it comes to what she's saying here is that most women, they don't understand what the value is, what their value is to a man. They don't understand men at all. But we have to understand women in order for us to even get them in the first place. A woman wants us to pay for dates. They want us to protect them. They want us to do all of these different type of things, but they don't want to reciprocate by being in their feminine energy. A lot of women are masculine out here. They're not really feminine women. So this sister right here on the screen, she seems like she's a feminine woman who understands and try to put these women on game. But a lot of this would just go over y'all head. Y'all missed this, man. So let's keep watching.
Whereas women are the nurturers. So where a woman's value lies is, how does she make her man feel? Does she uplift him with his words? Can he trust her? Is she loyal? Does she support his dreams? Does she take care of his legacy? Meaning, if he gives her a home, how does she nourish it and steward it? Women are the warmth to a man's life. A man can have a house and it can feel a little cold. When a woman comes in, she decorates it, she makes it more homey and feels good. So a woman's value lies in the feeling she brings to a man, where a man is more of the physical aspect.
100% facts. You see, especially in the black community, a lot of these women are not brought up to understand how they're supposed to treat a man. They're always talking about how independent they are and they don't need a man and they got their own, but they still have the expectation of a traditional woman who wants a man to take care of her in a lot of different ways. But when it comes to men out here, they fall for it because they weren't raised in a household that teaches them how to sort and sift through these women. A lot of women out here don't treat men too good, right? They think just by laying on their back is enough to sustain a relationship with a man, but it's not. You definitely need to be that man's peace. You definitely need to be that man's warmth. You definitely need to support that man and treat him good. That's going to give him a reason to want to continue to take care of you and to put his life on the line if you guys are in danger. And now this is assuming that you are dating a real man, because there's a lot of simps out here, right? They give a bad representation of a real man. And just like there are real women out here, and they have a lot of bad representations of what a real woman is. So you got to know how to sort and sift between the two. But like she just said, most women don't understand what their value is to a man. Therefore, they don't really have too much. Let's keep it moving.
If a man asks you what you bring to the table and your answer is I am the table or I brought the table, anything that follows that is probably not going to be relevant to the reason why he asked that question. Do women feel like men shouldn't ask that question, or when they do ask that question they feel some type of way? But it's not because he's asking, do you bring money to the table or any type of assets? 9 times out of 10, the reason why they're asking it is because maybe they want to know, do you know how to talk to a man with respect? And you keep him motivated? Do you have the strength to hold him up in prayer and words of affirmation when the weight of the world is on his shoulders? Can you provide him with a safe space to speak on his deepest, darkest hurts? Can he be vulnerable in your presence without you making him feel less than a man? Can you accept that he is not perfect and has flaws, but striving to be a better man every day? Can you handle his ego with care and praise him to let him know that you see him? Will you allow him the freedom to distress by playing his game or hanging out with his friends? Will you let him be a man and put aside independency so that he can operate in his purpose by feeling wanted and needed? Girl, that man don't want your money. So again, what do you bring to the table?
I never really understood why, when it comes to asking women this question, they get so triggered. The same thing like asking a woman how much she weighs or, something like that, right? But when it comes to women asking men questions, they have no filters. They ask men how much money you make. If it was our first date, where would you take us? Etc., etc. But when you ask a woman what does she bring to the table, she'll say something or be sarcastic about it. I am the table, or I don't need to bring anything to the table. The table is me, as if they're the prize just because they look good and they got some booty to offer. But that's not enough to keep a man. That's not enough to sustain a relationship. And most of the time the men ask this question is because they want to hear your answer. They want to see what you value within yourself. And if you don't have anything to say, it just speaks for itself, saying that you don't know what your value is as a female. Now, all these women here were feminine women, in my opinion, and they understand the role that they need to play with a man. Now, let's look at the modern masculine women and what they say.
Why should men be expected to bring more to the table than they ever have in order to please women who bring less to the table than they ever have?
Because the man is the provider, baby.
Why are women typically spoiled beyond their needs while men are typically deprived of their basic needs?
Because women deserve more.
Why do women often choose to make lists of what they want in a relationship rather than what they bring to the table?
Because it's women first. The man is there to accommodate for our needs.
What does a woman bring to the table?
Knowledge, common sense, pussy.
It's crazy, you know. Most of these guys out here who struggle to get women are the ones that's giving these females these false expectations. They're the ones that's giving women all of this free attention, all of these gifts, etc., without them putting any work into it, which is creating more women like this. So if any women is coming at you guys like this, then you guys need to get the hell away from her, man. Seriously. She said that women bring pussy to the table. Well, men bring dick. All right. And if that's all we brought to the table, then women wouldn't even give us the time of day. They want us to protect, provide, buy gifts, be sweet to them, console them, do everything up under the book, the whole 9 yards. But when it comes to simple things, just the basic things that a man needs, that women can't even do that consistently. That shit is crazy.
What do you bring to the table? Well, if the table isn't nice and it's not in a nice restaurant and the person that's inviting me isn't paying, I'm not bringing anything, not even myself. So, I don't know. I don't bring anything to the table. If there's a grown man inviting me to the table, I shouldn't have to bring anything to the table. Now, if some children invite me to the table, yes, I'm going to bring them some crayons and little kid menus and toys to play with so they don't get distracted. So they stay distracted. But I'm not bringing anything when I'm in the presence of a grown man, because he should have all that I need. Like Whitney says. But he's all the man. I'm not bringing a thing. If you need me to bring you some crayons and paper so you can doodle, maybe. But not bringing my wallet, not bringing my purse, not bringing anything. So you don't have to worry.
Y'all got to start holding these women accountable, man. Any woman that thinks that they look good automatically have some sense of entitlement. I can just tell from her demeanor, her body language, and what she's saying that whatever man decides to be with her is going to go through hell. And 9 times out of 10, no real man that got his stuff together is going to tolerate that type of treatment from a woman like her. She doesn't have no value, nothing to bring to the table, because she just told you straight up she don't have nothing to bring to the table but some damn crayons. Anyway, that wraps it up for this video, man. This is Tilly with Dre. Tell it like it is with Dre. If you guys like the content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. I'm a new channel and I'm trying to grow. See you guys in the next video.